What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chimpact bringing guys my GBA match against the Milwaukee Sawsbucks. Look at his team, dude. He's actually crazy. There's no slow bro. There's no pincer. So I'm just thinking this is pretty good because I really prefer for pincer. And he didn't bring pincer. Pincer was actually not that big of a threat, but the fact that he didn't bring it, I'm actually really happy. But there's other threats I have to be aware of because I see the heat train, I see the Sawsbucks, I see a little bit of a sun combination there. So I gotta be watching out for that. He leads out with Sand Slash. This is his stealth rock user. I calced it, maybe if it was Scarf Stealth Rock, he can outspeed me if he's Jolly. If he's Adamant, he can't, and if he's Adamant, Stone Edge still doesn't kill me. So I decided, you know what, go for the Air Slash, try to do as much damage as possible to this thing. And I ran calcs earlier, and I thought that I would be able to kill this, but I wasn't, so I just go for the U-turn. He did set up rocks. Now here, there's a decision. I could go out to Steelix into Celebi, so that Steelix takes a Stone Edge, and then Celebi takes an Earthquake. But I decided against it because I don't want my Steelix taking any damage, even if it's as irrelevant as Stone Edge, because I don't have any defense investment, and I want Steelix to be as healthy as possible just to set up Stealth Rock later on in the game. Because I know that the only way that he gets rid of rocks is with Defog from his Mandoa's Wannabe or Sand Slash Rabbit Spin. So here I'm going to go for the Ancient Power, expecting the possible switch into the Honchkrow. But he goes at the Sawsbucks, so I'm expecting this to be Sap Zipper based on the way that he brought it in. And, I mean, it's still a good switch into Celebi regardless. So he's going to go for the Swords Dance here. And I actually don't have Will-O-Wisp on this thing, so I got to rely on Mummy to stop the potential sweep with Sunny Day Chlorophyll. Because if he does have Chlorophyll with Sunny Day on this thing, then Torn does not outspeed this. So he's going to go for the Natural Gift there, and it's not going to be enough to knock me out because I max defense, Cofagrigus, and I got the Toxic Spikes, and that is going to be really important because this ensures that the Sand Slash is poisoned. So if he wants to spin away the hazards from the Steelix, then he's going to be poisoned first. So he's going to go for the Horn Leash, and that is definitely going to be enough to knock me out. If I did get the Will-O-Wisp off, I don't know if that would have actually knocked me out, but I don't know, it probably would have because he was at +2. +2 cancels out that, so I think Sawsbuck would have done 45 HP to my Kofag. But regardless, I'm going to go out into my Avatar Aang, and I'm going to go for the Air Slash. He lets me knock this thing out, so I'm really happy. There's no way Air Slash is not killing based on the based on Torn's special attack. Then he goes out to Florges here, so I could go for the knockoff here, but if I do go for the knockoff, he has the ability to go for like Wish onto the Sand Slash, and I would have to U-turn into Celebi, and Celebi doesn't handle Florges that well, even despite it being already poisoned. So I decided to go for the U-turn, be a little bit more aggressive, and not so passive against the Florges, because if I play it too passive, then it might come back to bite me later on this game, because I wanna force him to make plays that are beneficial to me. So he goes for Sunny Day, something. This is actually pretty good. He's probably running Hidden Power Fire on Florges over any other Hidden Power. And so that means that there's probably no HP steal, so Dynasty can probably take this on really, really well. I just need a little bit more damage. Stealth Rock would definitely ensure that I knock out the Florges as the game does wind down. He goes out the Sand Slash here, and I did just go for the Heavy Slam. I'm going to repeatedly go for Heavy Slams against the Florges over potential Earthquake, because that way that if his air balloon, if his heat trend is on an air balloon, I can pop it. Because like I said in my team building video, I want to be able to pop the air balloon on a potential Heatran so that it does not, so that Dynasty and Celebi can knock it out with Earth Power. I'm going to switch out to Celebi here. I don't want my thing taking an Earthquake, as he does go for the Rapid Spin. That's fine. I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain. I did reveal the fact that I have Ancient Power. He might not want to bring in his Honchkrow here just because of that fact, and if he does bring in Florges, that's good for me because that's just healing me for more HP. It would heal me for way more HP than the Sand Slash would, and it would force him to go for a recovery move like Synthesis or Moonlight. I'm not sure if it gets Moonlight. I know it gets Synthesis though, so I don't know how Synthesis works with Sunny Day, but I think it works the same way as everything else. But he goes for Steel Wing. He actually outspeeds me. I am running 158 speed. I hit that number, so I know that there's no way that he outspeeds me without a Scarf, so that's really good information to know. I go for Ancient Power, and I don't do enough damage to put him below 25%, so that's really unfortunate. So now Diancie is a little bit worried by the Honchkrow because I know that it's Scarf because it outsped my Celebi. So I was actually fearing him to go out into the Heatran, but I decided I need to get up rocks immediately. And Steelix is the best way that I can do that. He doesn't know what type of item I have on my Celebi still because I could still be running like a Cold Berry. I could still be running Fire Resist Berry. So I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock here against the Florges because I need the Honchkrow to be in a predicament. He can only go for one more attack, and if it's Steel Wing, then he cannot switch in again and knock out my Diancie. And if it's Brave Bird, then he cannot knock out my Diancie straight up. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go for the Heavy Slam here, just because, like I said, I gotta watch out for the Air Balloon Heatran if he does have it. And lo and behold, there is no Air Balloon Heatran. So if I clicked Earthquake, this would have been a dead Heatran. So he has the eject button, which is actually really interesting because that confirms the fact that he has Sunny Day on his Heatran. Because otherwise there's no reason to run eject button. You Sunny Day on the Politoed, and as I click Scald, I deal no damage to the Heatran. He eject buttons into Heliolisk and starts wrecking me because Heliolisk just wrecks my team. So yeah, Heliolisk goes for the Hidden Power Fire. And I'm thinking that this is Specs because I didn't see Life Orb, and the only way that otherwise he would have killed me was with a really high roll from a modest Expert Belt or like modest Life Orb, because if he's Timid Life Orb, there's still a chance to kill me, but it's pretty low. So here I'm just gonna go for the Protect because I don't want to take any unnecessary damage, because I don't know, because Moonblast plus T-Bolt definitely knocks out my Diancie. So if I took that T-Bolt, then Moonblast would have been able to knock me out. I'm just going to go for the Moonblast here because I don't want to reveal the fact that I have Earth Power in case he does want to go out into Heatran immediately after this. So Diancie gets another kill right there. He goes out to Honchkrow, and there's no reason not to click Protect here, because if he goes for Brave Bird, Diancie just wins the game. If he clicks Steel Wing, then I can just switch out into something, sack something, go out to Torn, and be able to revenge the Honchkrow. So here, Scolipede, by the way, can also take two... Scolipede can take 2 Steel Wings, but it cannot take a Steel Wing and then a Steel Wing crit. And I decided, you know what, I might need the Scolipede to knock out the Florges just in case something really weird happens. So he gets the Moxie activated, so you know what, I'm not worried. I run the calc, Tornadus can live a +1 Steel Wing, even with a crit. So I'm just going to stay in and go for the U-turn. He goes for Steel Wing, live that comfortably, misclick knockoff. This was a bad play. I can maybe lose this game because of it, because if he's running like Sunny Day, Flame Charge, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, he can Flame Charge here. I 100% outspeed him with Scolipede because my Scolipede has enough speed to outspeed the Heatran. But then I have to hit Rock Slide. So there's a chance that I can lose this game. If I just click U-turn, I would have been able to go out to Diancie and been able to kill both Florges and Heatran. So I go for a superpower here, and it's not enough to knock out the Heatran here. So it's rough. Tornadus does not knock out the Heatran there. He lives with like 1 HP, and he's able to knock me out with the flamethrower there. But you know what? Still got 2 Pokemon left. Diancie is probably going to be able to win the rest. Will be able to come through and, you know, just clean through the rest of his team. Go for Earth Power. Knock out. Extreme overkill on the Heatran. Extreme overkill. All he has left is the Florges here. That's poison. It's going to take rocks damage. And I'm pretty comfortable with... I'm pretty sure that Moonblast is going to be enough to knock it out here. Go for Moonblast. About to be Bop. Lives with a little bit of HP left, but he goes for Wish, and he's not going to be able to protect stall me because of the Toxic. So that is going to be the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Misclick almost definitely didn't. It didn't cost me the game, but it could have. It could have cost me the game. But that's fine. Because that's a 2-0 victory in my favor. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like. Check out Magnitude. Check out his channel. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.